All right, what is going on, everybody? We're here at WCW Monday Nitro. Now, we had a normal episode planned. However, crazy chain of events here. We're actually going to have a Ric Flair memorial show because in the database, he passed away this morning, pretty shockingly. So, I feel like it would be the best time to give respect to Ric Flair here. Of course, we start off with the 10-bell salute, as always, with Eric Bischoff leading the charge because he is the owner of the company. You have all the champions out there giving their respects to Ric Flair. It does feel a little off, though, honestly. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a different episode for you guys. As always, I'm joined by my friends Dane Lane and the one and the only Chris Mullins Jr.
How's it going, guys?
How you doing, friendos, bendos? So, segment rating 85 here. This will probably be the highest rated segment of the show. Don't expect anything as crazy as last week. And you'll be seeing a lot of these pretty much, which is like, longtime friends of Ric Flair going through here and
the tributes.
Giving their tributes. Teddy Long, Chris, you're going to take charge for most of these because your mind.
Teddy Long obviously has known Ric Flair for about 20-ish years. And he just talks about their times on the roads. He tells a few road stories. He says some of them he can't really talk about because Ric Flair was quite the party.
Oh, out there partying. Of course, Teddy Long was a referee. Then we go to David Finlay here. So,
Dave Finlay talks about him and Ric Flair. They had plenty of great matches in WCW against each other on Nitro and Thunder and WCW Saturday Night. They are honestly part of what grows this WCW heritage. Ric Flair is WCW.
I love it. I love it. Starting off here, we have Joe Hennig, the world champion, not defending his title, though, tonight, which he probably should have, honestly, now thinking about it. But I didn't want to do any storylines tonight, nothing like that, just a purely respectful memorial show for him. But I think maybe a title match would have been maybe more appropriate because it is big gold. So if there was one thing I would take back from this, maybe this would be it. But you guys let me know your thoughts on that one. So, Joe Hennig defeats Sean Waltman here with the Hennigplex. Pretty good match, 82 rating. They tore it down there for Flair. I'll enjoy it. After that, we have Johnny Ace, People Power, talking about his experiences with Ric Flair.
Rick was a really great guy.
Rufus was a great guy.
I really loved him.
Talking about the time when Ric Flair probably stole his skateboard, the time in Japan.
Ric Flair, we were backstage. We played a lot of games of poker back in the day.
You're making me think of like APA, like they're out there playing cards. Ted DiBiase Sr. though, what's going on here?
He's talking about the time that Ric Flair actually hustled him out of $1 million.
I could believe it. I could totally believe it there.
I believe it.
After that, we have the Bushido Warriors taking on the Von Erichs. The Von Erichs, though, able to get the best of the Bushido Warriors here. Chris Von Erich lineage taking it way back in the day, just like Ric Flair in the NWA and AWA also, right? I think. Don't quote me on that one. Conrad Thompson, which I believe is the son-in-law?
It's the son-in-law.
Yeah.
He is married to, her name's not Ashley. What is her name? Off the top of my head, I can't think. Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Flair. Well, now Megan Thompson. She is the wife of Conrad Thompson, so this would make Conrad the son-in-law of Ric Flair.
Yeah, he's just sitting there chilling, having a good time, talking about good memories of Ric Flair, talking about the family dinners and Flair acting crazy, having a good time at Thanksgiving, all that good stuff.
Parties were always great, and they'll never be the same without
Papa
old
Flair.
Nate.
Deonna Purrazzo here defeats Solo Darling with the Fujiwara armbar. Come on, not Fujiwara. You got to do a figure four. Like that would have been promising there. Rick Steiner here, probably telling a good story of Ric Flair when he was dog sitting, and Ric Flair, I imagine, probably wouldn't be a good dog sitter, honestly. So
yeah, I think that Ric Flair would just let the dog run him up.
Yeah. Scott Norton, one of my favorite stories here. We kind of debated talking about this one, guys, but I feel like it's appropriate. Scott Norton and Ric Flair are part of one of the biggest events in wrestling history. If you guys don't know about it, North Korea held one of the, if not actually the biggest wrestling event in all of history, given the crowd, even if it was a forced crowd there, talking about how they went to the Hermit Kingdom and performed in front of everybody. So he's telling what a different experience it was, and he got to share it with Ric Flair there. Of course, did get the main event against Ricky Dozen's
mentor.
And that's something that you always remember for the rest of
protege,
his life.
not his mentor, his protege. You know,
Yeah.
I drawn a blank in my mind actually what his name is. Dude who Tony Inoki. Thank you. Yeah. Really good segment there with them. Austin Aries able to defeat Uhaa Nation because you guys know it's a Ric Flair show. You can't have all the good guys win because guess what? Dirtiest player in the game. AA. Greatest man that ever lived. Given good memory there. And Mike Tenay, I don't know why I thought for a second it said 97. I was like, wait a minute. But no, 57 here. They're going back talking about WCW 2000. All the memories there. Mike Tenay goes way back.
Mike Tenay's the professor of professional wrestling. He is a historian of the professional wrestling game. Obviously knows a lot about Ric Flair. Tells a bunch of his favorite moments of Ric Flair.
I love it. After that, my favorite segment here, Jim Cornette has a little video package reel going on. He's showcasing his wrestling attic and everything, and the cave, the history of professional wrestling there. And
I'd like to think he's watching this on one of those things like like just the old movie films.
Projector, yeah.
He's got a projector out playing the greatest of Ric Flair and talking about it, analyzing it. Probably censoring everything because he's bragging so much about Ric Flair's greatest achievements.
He starts to tear up a little bit.
He tears up. And then in the main event tonight here, we got Andrade and Carl Anderson, which match deserved better announcing, actually, which is kind of crazy to say, given how much they tore the house down here. This is Andrade's debut match, and then he finishes off with a great segment. Thank you for doing better than Humberto, honestly. And he is the soon-to-be son-in-law.
Son-in-law of Ric Flair. What he does is after the match, he bounces off the ropes, does the strut, and then just drops to his knees and points at the sky.
And the crowd's chanting, Flair, 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 Flair. So, pretty decent show, I'm guessing, right there. It wasn't 83. It actually, I think it actually did better than last week there, which is surprising given that this wasn't planned to be. There's no storylines. It was just a pure memorial show.
Yeah, we had a full. I want to say that I had full storyline plans for this show before this happened.
We will continue Thunder as normal though for you guys, even though it is an hour, and we may tie in some main stories with it too. We'll have to see kind of what we're rolling with a smaller time compression there. But yeah, it's gonna do it for that one. Let's go into Thunder. All right, everybody, so, yeah, we are back right here. Just want to show you guys, so Ric Flair, of course, has passed away at the age of 71 right there, and we have his immortal picture, I guess you would say, is that whenever they pass away, and if they were in the Hall of the Immortals, or Hall of Fame for, like, the overall game, if you guys know what that is, then it shows a new picture, of course, if you have it set up in the database. So, there we go. Rest in peace, Ric Flair. All right, so another update. It's already a jam-packed episode, as you saw earlier in the episode. But now Levi Cooper and one other star, but we're not going to say who that is potentially being signed away to WWE or AEW. Now, we're in a major contract battle, and we're going to give him $95,000 a month. WWE and AEW are trying to give him $88,000 a month with bonuses per event, signing bonuses, all this other crap, too. So, looking like he's not taking AEW serious, but he is taking our serious and WWE. Ultimately, we'll just see what happens. We'll see where he goes. It would be a shame if we lost him. Alright, party people, we are here on WCW Thunder. It took us a while to get here, honestly, it felt like. But we switching it up here. We're going to have some big storylines here, some little side ones. Ultimately, Thunder is going to be a little hybrid between Thunder and Nitro tonight, given the sporadic, unexpected memorial show, of course, on Nitro. Kicking off here, though, is Darby Allin and Raven one-on-one in a dark asylum alone. Not like asylum like that, by the way. I'm talking just a dark room, okay? Don't get that through your head. So we got Darby and Raven talking back and forth very calmly, actually. Darby's got all the face paint on as usual. Raven,
I'd like to think there's like a little light bulb just hanging right above their heads.
exactly. It's just dangling back and forth, kind of like a police, like interrogation light. It's flickering here and there. And Raven just starts off with I hate you. I hate everything about you and your generation. But that's why you need me to lead you into the light. Darby says, no, your generation killed my people. Everything you guys did led us down a wrong path. That's why we don't look up to you, Raven. And Raven says, Darby, if you look at what I did with Mike and Kevin, they're on the right path, and that could be you. But you take that skateboard, and I'm glad I smashed it and broke it in half. And I know you got 50 more at home or whatever. But you're going to have one last coffin drop, literally. You know that, right? So tell me this. Wouldn't you want to be living like Raven and be a member of my flock? Darby says, no, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end your flock once and for all at Super Brawl. Raven says, why don't we up the ante here, How about we have a street fight? But not just any type of street fight. It's going to be you and me in an abandoned building. Darby says, you're in. So, I'm excited there to see what type of magic can make out of those two. Next up, we got Tino Sabatelli with Summer Rae Shane Douglas. The franchise Shane Douglas says, tonight I got a big match for you, Tino, and it's only getting bigger. Plus, I got a big surprise coming up for you at Super Bowl. I'm going to bring in international talent for you to crush. Because, look, beating these guys at WCW, these hillbillies, that's one thing. But you need to show the whole world, coast to coast, what you're a part of. You're the franchise. The franchise, well, McDonald's, you don't just see them as a rinky-dink place only in one part of the country. You see them around the world. Worldwide franchise.
We're taking this global.
We're going international. So tonight you're taking on the luchador called Mascarada Dorada. And Tino Sabatelli able to have a good match with him tonight. Able to get the win there in 7 minutes and 37 seconds by pinfall. Pretty good there. He needs a finisher. I might go in and see. I think I can add a custom finisher for them. Maybe give him like something, a little reminiscent of Mr. Franchise himself, Shane Douglas. All right. I'm going to regret this one. This is a redemption segment. We're starting off good because Simon Grimm was terrible with no script, so hopefully you guys do good with no script. What do you got there, Lane and Dean?
All right. So I'll set the scene. Aiden English is kind of like sitting at a desk. He's kind of writing on something. And he says, and Simon goes up to him. He's like, I want to hang out with you. And he's like, I don't want to hang out with you. You broke the rules. Go on, Lane.
What?
God damn it, Lane.
Second failure. Jeez. Who called this one?
I fucking told you what to say.
You said I wanted to say one thing. What rules?
Can we start over?
All right. Recast scene. Take 2. Go.
So he's got a bow tie. He's writing. He says, I don't want to hang out with you. You broke the rules.
What rules?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're a crook.
I said
love
good
it.
day. And he yells at him. And then that's when Simon kind of just walks off. And then he just puts his head down. He's so upset. Simon has broken the trust between these two friends.
Oh my gosh, how would they recover? Stay tuned next time. I know about what I don't even know. Chris, what's your follow up? I'm
Okay.
speechless.
So, as we saw before, David Arquette was going to help Al Jones break into the acting biz. So, Al Jones, Vincent, and Extreme Tiger go with David Arquette. They go to the acting class. And and they say, oh, today is a surprise. So, whoever does the best at today's acting class will be getting cast in a movie. So Al Jones goes up there, and he does pretty well. Everyone was pretty surprised. They clap at him. The next person that comes up is the Wildcat Chris Harris, who absolutely knocks it out of the park with his portrayal of the role that they are casting. He gets it. The segment ends with Vincent just looking at the camera going, "Damn you, Chris Harris."
I love
I think
that. I
every
love
time I
that.
see
I love
Chris
that too
Harris,
much. That's the problem. I love that too much, essentially. Tenera Conti here able to defeat Rey Michelle, showcasing the women's Rey Michelle making her debut tonight. After that, Angel Rose gets in the face of Tenera Conti, shoving her on her pretty little butt, she says. So pretty good there. After that, we have Casey McKnight and Cash Wheeler cutting a promo backstage, talking about what they're going to do against War Beast for the tag team titles at Super Brawl. And then out of nowhere, War Beast, did I call him War Machine? I'm going to do a recap on that. I think I called him War Machine by accident. War Beast comes out and actually attacks FTR, leading to a massive brawl backstage. They're over there, curtains flying everywhere, the green screen's spazzing out, lights are flickering because they knocked over all these expensive lamps and stuff. Chairs flying, good old fashioned brawl backstage between them. Then we got our main event here. We got YDF&B. Which is the team of Ellis Taylor, Judas Icarus, and Griffin McCoy. They added our boy Judas Icarus there. I just feel like he just fits. He just looks like he fits. He just fits in this. So we add him to the group there. Leo Rush teaming up with the Bushido Warriors, who of course he had a match there with Akira Tozawa for the World Light Heavyweight title last week. So he was like, I need some buddies to help me out. So he's recruited them for this match and actually able to get the win off there tonight because of them. However, they don't save him in the segment following that where Jordan Oliver attacks Leo Rush, reminding him that, hey, you got to keep your eyes on the prize and that Jordan Oliver is ready to go after that World Light Heavyweight Championship. So pretty good way to conclude Thunder there. Of course, keeping the main focus on our younger talent, but also showcasing some new stuff, or main stuff, I should say, because, of course, of Nitro. Of course, hopefully we'll be going back for the Go Home show next time. With that, everybody, thank you for joining once again, and we'll see you. Stay safe.